David R. Guttery is the president of Keystone Financial Group in Trussville, Alabama. David Guttery and Seth Edgell are financial advisors who represent Emeritus Investment Company, LLC, and Emeritus Advisory Services. Please stay tuned through the end of the video for additional important disclosure information.
Hello everyone, I'm here today with Seth Edgell from Keystone Financial Group to discuss an important aspect of financial planning, protecting your largest asset. Seth, can you tell us what that largest asset is?
Absolutely. Typically, during the financial planning process, when I pose that question to clients, I receive answers such as my home or my 401k. However, for most people, their largest asset is their ability to earn an income. Our income stream typically drives our ability to pay our mortgage, our obligations, and our future savings goals. It's what allows us to support ourselves and our families, and it's crucial to protect that income stream.
You know, I've never really thought about that being framed that way. And how does disability income insurance come into play when it comes to protecting that income stream?
Disability income insurance is designed to replace a portion of your income if you're unable to work due to illness or injury. It provides financial support during a challenging time and helps ensure that you can still meet your financial obligations. Literally speaking, you are paying a portion of your income to an insurance company in order for that institution to accept the risk that if you are unable to work due to a disability, that institution will provide a portion of that income stream back to you.
How can someone determine if they're adequately protected with disability income insurance?
Determining the right amount of disability income insurance involves assessing your financial needs and obligations. First, we need to determine the answers to how long you would need the income protected. Some policies provide a benefit payment for a few years, while others would provide an income stream until age 67. Secondly, we would look at your financial obligations and determine how much those can be offset with existing assets and insurances. Then, we would determine how much benefit needs to be available at the time of a disabling event. Since the loss of your largest asset would derail any financial plan, I consider protecting this asset to be of paramount importance. We insure our homes, our cars, our recreational vehicles, our health, even our pets. Why would we not consider protecting our stream of income that helps provide and care for the aforementioned items? At Keystone Financial Group, we can help you evaluate your situation and find a policy that provides sufficient coverage for your circumstances.
I would imagine that some people assume that the disability income insurance that they get as an employee benefit through their job, that is sufficient. Would you agree with that?
This is an interesting question. I would answer that I might agree with that assumption. It's important to understand the details of that group plan. For example, if that plan is paid for by the employer, then per the IRS, the benefit that policy pays out would be a taxable benefit. A policy where the premium is wholly paid by the insured has a non-taxable benefit. How much of the income is protected through the group plan? For example, would your family be okay if you were only bringing, let's say, 60% of your income and then that income is taxed? Possibly, but would it be ideal? Would you still be able to save for retirement or other financial goals? What is the definition of disability in that group policy? It could be that policy only protects your income if you're unable to work in your current position, while other policies would only protect you if you aren't working. In the latter example, it could be that you would be compelled to take a different, possibly financially disadvantageous position due to your claim ending. This is an important point of analysis. Also, we need to analyze how long will this policy pay a benefit. What happens if you are totally disabled but your group plan only has a 5-year benefit period? Part of our planning process is providing an analysis of disability coverage provided through an employer.
Are there any alternatives to disability income insurance for protecting your income?
Absolutely. While disability income insurance is a critical component of financial planning, there are other strategies you could consider. You could always self-insure, meaning saving up enough in a stable value account to cover your obligations for an extended period of time, taking into account inflation over time. This is quite possibly the most expensive way to guard against the financial risk of a disability. You could be begin investing in things that provide passive income to you that you would use after a disabling event. But what happens if those investments lose value, or God forbid, you become disabled before you have invested an adequate amount? Maybe after a disability, your family could cover your obligations. I've found that a common strategy for addressing disability risk is to take what I call the ostrich approach. This strategy involves sticking your head in the sand and ignoring the risk. I personally do not believe that hoping nothing bad ever happens is an effective strategy. For many people, these solutions are not ideal.
Well, can you share any statistics that highlight the importance of protecting against the risk of disability?
Did you know that the average disability, according to the Council for Disability Awareness, lasts nearly 3 years? And for someone earning $75,000 a year at age 40, their income stream until retirement at age 67 is worth over $2 million. These numbers underscore the significant financial impact of a disability. Many people think that disability occurs after an accident. While many disabilities occur after an accident, sometimes there are other conditions that could cause a disability. For example, a cancer diagnosis may result in a disability, as the treatment of cancer is so taxing on an individual that returning to work is impossible. Sometimes the disability is a result of a mental disease such as depression. I think these facts highlight the error in the ostrich strategy. Many people think that a disability would never happen to them, but the reality is that disabilities occur to many people around the world every day.
Well, thank you, Seth, for shedding light on this important topic. I certainly learned some new information and have changed my perspective surrounding the risk of a disability.
Thank you for the opportunity to educate. If I had one takeaway for the viewers, it would be that removing the financial risk of a disability from your life should involve careful and thoughtful planning.
Well, Seth, thanks so much as always for joining us. For additional information, Seth may be reached through the means listed upon the following screen. For the Trustful Tribune, I'm Brandon Dawkins.
David Guttery and Seth Edgell independently offer securities and investment advisory services through Emeritus Investment Company, LLC, member FINRA, SIPC, and Emeritus Advisory Services. Information provided in today's segments is gathered from sources believed to be reliable. However, its accuracy cannot be guaranteed and should not be interpreted as tax or legal advice. Any performance stated is past performance and is not indicative of future results.